Hello, everyone. How we doing? And especially hello to the graduates of the class of 2015. Do you remember when you started this process? June 2015 sounded really far away. It's here. Congratulations. And thank you so much for letting me share this really special day with you. Now, when considering what to share in my message, I ran into a bit of a problem. In the days of Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and blogs, there's just a glut of advice columns out there, and it's really taken the wind out of the commencement speaker gig. And heck, if I really botch things up today, you can always just pull out your cell phone and pull up a YouTube video with somebody like Conan O'Brien or Seth MacFarlane, somebody much more famous and much wittier, complete with special voices. So I'm in a bit of a quandary, but I got two advantages. The first, I'm not rich and famous, yet. But it's really easy to take the people who are the Academy Award-winning stars who are going to jump in their limos afterwards, and we put those people on a pedestal. And we don't take into account what they're really saying. It's too easy for us to say, well, easy for you to say, you're rich, to their remarks. You can't do that with me. I've had some wonderful successes so far and some pretty fantastic failures, but I have the same vantage point that you do. So you can't take that cop out. But the best advantage I have is that I'm here. I'm with you. I'm sharing this special moment. Nobody else can do that. And so I want to congratulate you. This is a big deal. And if you haven't yet taken the time to think about what you've accomplished, and that's very common with the euphoria of the finish line, be sure to take some time to realize all that has gone into this day. The late nights, the early mornings, the weekends that weren't weekends because you had to work on a paper, or that time you decided to go to a kid's soccer game and you knew that meant staying up late, doing the reading, and then still getting up early in the morning because you had an early morning staff meeting. There's a lot that goes into it. And so I want to make sure that at some point today you take a moment to pat yourself on the back. Please don't do it right now. You'll just whack the person sitting next to you. It's not good. But before you get too excited, though, I want to reel you back in a bit and remind you also of how lucky you are to be here. Tim Minchin is a talented artist who gave a speech very much like this one down in Australia. And he pointed out that as a graduate, you are lucky to be here. You are lucky to have the opportunity to attend a university like Northwestern. You are lucky to have the support network that you do have around you. And heck, if you don't have that support network, then you're lucky that you're made of the stern stuff that allowed you to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. In fact, we're all lucky that 164 years, 4 months, and 22 days ago, a bunch of guys got together in Evanston and started a school. And then eventually they decided to start a school of professional studies that allowed you to continue your education and your learning. We are, as Northwestern graduates and as humans at the beginning of the 21st century, truly standing on the shoulders of giants. So if we are to continue our journey, I have a challenge for you. Feel-good time is over. I need you to keep getting lucky. See, we keep reading all those articles I mentioned, and we keep listening to commencement speeches like this one, because we know it's very hard to find that replicatable, exact formula for success. We all want the happiness, the success and prosperity, but there's not one specific way that all of us can follow. And so we're all searching. But the one thing I have figured out is that if you give yourself enough opportunities, good things come into your life. The way that I see it, you have one mission, and that is to keep making the luck happen. In fact, I want you to deliberately manufacture luck. We think of someone who is lucky as the person who gets the variables to come into their favor. But I really think that we can all be lucky. In fact, real luck isn't a matter of probability, it's a matter of repetition. The success that we often attribute to chance is really most often a result of massive attempts. So how do we do that? How do we make luck happen? How do we manufacture luck? Well, I have a few ideas. I promise it's short. There's only 19. I'm joking. There's 3. Relax. But they have worked for me, and I really think that they can work for you. The first is to show up every single day. I mean, really show up. Pay attention. Look around and see what's happening and see how you can add, change, improve, grow, make better what's already there. Oprah Winfrey once said, "I feel that luck is preparation meeting opportunity." And yes, I did put an Oprah quote in here to win points with my girlfriend. But the irony is, we spend all this time in preparation, and then we completely miss the opportunities that are sitting there right in front of us. We often miss the things we can do right now because we're thinking of the things way down the line that we should be doing. Success really comes from taking all of the small opportunities that are just sitting there right in front of your nose going, "Hello, I'm right here." So be aware of what's going on around you at all times, and always look for the people that you can help. And in fact, if you can't find someone to help, create more relationships. And that's my second idea. As a career, I write and speak about professional and personal relationships, not only because they're really interesting, but also because that's where the good stuff happens. When we connect with others, we are truly being creative. Because the sum of the parts is greater than the whole. 1 + 1 is 3. Your degree is acknowledgement that you have some know-how, and that's fantastic, but you must leverage it. And that comes through relationships, that comes through the contacts with the people around you. Think about this. Any band you've ever loved only made sense when they were together. Paul and John and Ringo and George, yeah, they were okay individuals. But as a band, they were the Beatles. So reach out to the people around you. And the first group I'm going to recommend is us, your fellow Northwestern alum. We have an amazing community here, and we've built and continue to build some amazing things. So welcome to the club. And finally, number 3, try a lot and fail magnificently. There's actually an easy way, I figured, to win the lottery. Buy all the tickets. It might not be practical with the lottery, but every day you have the lottery ticket of your time. Every day you get the opportunity to try again. And not all of your attempts will be successful. In fact, most of them won't. I think your experience at Northwestern was not only about what you learned in the classroom, but also what you learned about yourself. I would be willing actually to argue that real learning in school comes from what you learn about yourself while you are studying your subject. More than anything, working towards a degree gives you a chance to practice challenge. And that's good because the ability to handle challenge is like a muscle. And the more that you use it, the more you work it, the better it gets. And hopefully you've learned to deal with a lot of challenge. Listening to some of the graduates here today and their stories, I know that you have. But you're going to need that. Because as you're out there manufacturing luck and making attempts and not getting the results you want, you're going to face that challenge and that discomfort again. Whether it's going for a new job, trying to get a promotion at the job that you have right now, or just trying to learn how to play the tuba, or make a souffle, or maybe try to be a better parent. You will continue to encounter setbacks and challenges. So release the demon of perfection. It's okay. You can't control most of the outcomes, but you can control how many times you make the attempt. And you can also control your willingness to improve how you make that attempt. That's why you're here. This is how you manufacture luck. You take a lot of shots. As a famous Chicago athlete once said, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." That was Michael Jordan, by the way. He did okay. Every successful person that you have ever admired has had to work through failure. So prepare to do that yourself. In the future, near and far, when you're looking around and just thinking to yourself, "This bites, this is hard, this is not fun," more than likely, you're being given an opportunity to push through. You're buying more lottery tickets with your time. There's a story about Thomas Edison, about when he invented the light bulb. And it's probably apocryphal, and it's definitely inflated because I've seen lots of different numbers, and it's been quoted and misquoted, and the punchline always gets changed to whatever supports the speaker's message. But it's still a good story. I like it. And it goes something like this. When Thomas Edison was inventing the light bulb, and he was asked about the thousands of experiments he went through to finally find success. And they asked him what it felt like to fail thousands of times. And he goes, oh, I haven't failed thousands of times. I've simply identified thousands of ways a light bulb won't work. And we chuckle, and we go, that Tommy Edison, what a clever guy. And he was clever. In the United States alone, he had 1,093 patents. But the most important attempt in my mind wasn't the one that succeeded, and it wasn't his first failure either. It was attempt 793. Maybe it was a Tuesday. Maybe it was partly cloudy. But nobody was there, no reporters, nobody else. It was just him and his frustration. Because don't you think he was frustrated? Of course he was. Wouldn't you be? I would. But he kept making the attempts. He was manufacturing his luck. And in fact, he was manufacturing light, and it changed the world. Now, the luck you manufacture doesn't have to change the world. It just has to change you, and hopefully a few of the people around you. I would actually submit that that's the best way to change the world. And so today, enjoy your day. Celebrate. You earned it. Have some fun. Enjoy the time with your friends, with your family, the people who are here with you today. And to finish, I say this to you, with all deliberateness and intention, I wish you lots and lots of luck. Thank you.